Hello designers, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be learning this simple design that you're seeing on the screen. Yes, so how cool and how design this is, we're going to be designing exact thing that you're seeing on the screen, and also we're going to prototype just like the way I'm showing it on the screen. You can see how simple and how slick the movement is. And yes, without wasting much of our time, I would like us to just go right into the design. So the first thing we are doing, as you all know, is to get in our frame, which is this. Yes, this is what we'll be using, getting our frame. Then after getting in our frame, as we all know, is to choose our background color. So the background color that we will be using is yeah. So let's use linear. Okay, let me put the number. No, I'm actually using red eye, so I'll change to the red eye once I'm done imputing my color code. Yes. So like I said, guys, you can yeah, watch everything I'm doing. So now let me change to red eye. Yes. So you can watch step by step of what I am actually doing. Remember, the goal is to have that slick movement in the prototype. You see how smooth and how nice the movement is. So that's like our main goal. So yeah, I will just design and you guys should watch me design, because at some point you no longer hear my voice, you see the movement of my cursor and the rest of them. So just follow every step of it and just try it on your own and see what you're going to come up with. I'm sure after this video you're going to learn a whole lot. So guys, for now, just watch and let's see what we're coming up with. So for those asking how I got my icon, I make use of Iconify. Iconify is actually a plugin that you can also have on your Figma. So I use Iconify to get my plugin actually. Remember, like I said, to get to a point you will hear my voice, and to get to a point you hear my voice. So I come in a situation like this where I have to explain some things. Yeah, so if you want to get your icon, you can use Iconify to get the icon. Yeah. So let's continue. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Yes, this is where we start using our images. I have my images already, the resources I want to use. So how did I get these images? I got them. I got some from Pinterest. You get, so you can get yours from Pinterest or on Splash or whatsoever. And for you to be able to remove background, you also need a plugin like remove background on your Figma account. Yes, so just have remove background, can use it to remove your background, because That's like the plugin I use in removing this background. So let's start. So I put in a frame. Now this is the thing. I'll be working while I also talk. This is the thing here. If for the frames that you're using, make sure you name the frame, and you don't put a frame that is meant for this image for another image in case we are moving to the other screen. We want to design the other screen. So it's the same image, the same frame that you'll be using for a particular image here in this particular screen. That's what the same frame you should be using for that same image in the next screen. And this is because of our prototype. You don't say okay because the first one is actually, so let's just keep designing. You actually see what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so this is the first image I'm putting in. So this particular image will actually be bigger than the rest images. But then when I move to the next screen to design the next screen, this particular image that has this particular drink will be smaller. Now, I would not say because I want it to be smaller, I have to use the other smaller frame for other images. I have to still use this particular frame. Like, it is very, very important. I have to explain this for those that are new to Figma, and yeah, so I have to explain this because if you don't use it, if you don't use your frame, if you don't name your frame and you don't use the same frame, it might affect you when you're prototyping. Your prototyping won't work well. Do you get? So that's why. So you can see the smaller image beside the big image. So when we get to the next screen, the one that is small here will become big, and this particular one that is big will become small. I don't know if you understand. So we are still going to use the same frame for them. So the only thing I would do is like this image I'm actually working on, the first one I just finished working on. If it's the image that will be bigger in the next screen, I have to still use that same frame. The only thing I would do is you just make it bigger. So you can see that I am also being conscious of the length, the width, and the height of my frame, because it's still, when I still get to the next screen, that same frame, that same image that will be in the frame, that will be in this position, will actually have the same width and the same height. So yeah, I'm sure I'm not confusing anyone. But then just follow the step, and yes, you actually understand. Thank you. So yeah, now I am done with my images. Yeah, the drinks. I'm done arranging them in a frame, which you can see. So the next thing for me is to just arrange everything properly, so it looks nice and it doesn't look scattered. So as you can see, yeah. So now another thing is that because of the prototype, I would need to have a smaller frame that will contain another drink, but then it will not be visible. I don't know if you get. It will not be visible. You won't see the drink. You won't see the image in the frame. When you look at this particular screen, you will not see the drink. But I'm going to put the image, but then I'll put it in. I'll set it to 0. So 0 means that you won't see the image. You get, you won't see the image. You only see the frame, but you won't see the image. But when I get to the next screen, all these things are actually very, very important. When I get to the next screen, I'm going to change the image that is in that particular frame that I just added to 100 instead of 0. Yeah, so let me just change this color so you see. So I'm just trying to explain to you. I will change it back to 100 so that I would then move it to where that other drink is, the green one. Yes. So it's time to design the second frame. So for someone asking, how did I move the screen from the first screen? You just, for you to hold Option or Alt, hold it down, then use your mouse to drag. So yeah, for this second one, I'll be changing the color to yellow with this color code. You can see the color code. So I'll be changing it to yellow so they look different. So now, okay, let me change the name of the drink. Let me just write pineapple. So at least, yeah, pineapple. Yeah. So remember everything I said when I was designing the first screen about the frame. So I'm also going to change this color if I forget. Let me change out the color. Yes. Let's use a darker yellow, same way we did in the first screen. So okay. So the other thing basically I'll be doing is just the images. So remember what I said. You can see that one that is not visible. It will be visible. So I will change the position just for you to. The NG will move to where the Jagger is. The Jagger will move to where the other one is. Then the pineapple will move to where the engine is, as big as that. So that one will be bigger. And remember what I said. I am not using different frame. I'm not saying because the first drink is big, I should just put in the pineapple to where the first drink is and just increase the size of the image. No, I will move everything with their frame. I'll move everything with their frame. You can see I'll move everything with their frame. It's not a lot of work actually, so don't mind how my work will be scattered for a few minutes, but when I'm done, I will rearrange everything. So yes, so I'm going to reduce everything. Then the other one, I'll make it. I'll reduce the opacity to 0. So the one I reduce the opacity in the first screen, I will increase it to 100. So it's just like the way, if you check from the beginning, the way it was moving. So let me just reduce the size of this. Remember, it's the size of the Jagger drink that I have for this NG drink. The same size. So remember what I said earlier, I had to take note of the sizes, the width, the length, sorry, the height, the height and the width. I have to take note of it. So this other one, the Jagger will take the same size of the frame. Remember, it's the same frame from the first screen to the second screen. Same frame. Please don't forget, same frame. Very important. So I will just finish up with whatever I'm doing, rearrange when I'm done. So the same thing I'm doing here is still the same thing I will do in the last screen. So you can do as many screen as you want. You can add more images to it, and it's not necessary that you must design something like this. You must design something. You can design something else, whether e-commerce or whatsoever, and you use this same style. It works, and you love the outcome. Yeah, so let me just continue designing. Yes, so I won't be saying anything again until I move to the last screen. Okay, so do you remember what I said earlier about me hiding this particular image in this frame? So I am going to make the image visible. So I'll just change the opacity of the image to 100. So you can see the image now is now visible. The drink is now showing. So the only thing I'll do is to increase the size of the drink. So you can see it. The same frame from the first screen is still what I'm using here. I didn't add another frame to this second screen. So if you add another frame, it is still going to affect your what's it called, your design, moving from that first screen to this other screen. So here I'm adding another frame, but because I'm going to move from this screen to the other screen, if I'm moving this frame now, moving this frame, what's in this frame, I'm moving into the other screen. So that's what I will use to create the other screen. So it's not going to affect the movement. You get? So yeah. So I'm practically going to be doing the same thing I did the first screen, the second screen, the third screen. So practically the same thing. Change the color, they move the images the same way I did in the second screen. That's like the exact thing I'm going to do. Yes, and when I'm done, then I'll start prototyping. So yeah, our third screen is looking nice. So now that we are done with the designs, you can see how nice, how sweet the designs are looking for the three screens, looking so nice. So it's now time to prototype. So in the prototype, we'll be using on drag. Yes, so be able to drag from this screen to this screen, drag from this screen to this screen. So yes, we're going to be using on drag. Click on your prototype, on drag, then you set it to smart animate, actually set it to 1000. The reason why I'm using 1000 is to have that smooth transition, that smooth movement. So that's why I will be having 1000. Yes, so that's like the exact thing I'm going to do for the three screens. So for the one in the middle, I'm going to move to the left, also move to the right. So I'm still going to use um, what's it called? Yes, I'm still going to use on drag and 1000 milliseconds. So now that I'm done, let's test what we have. So you can see what we have. You can see the movement here. You can see the movement. If you don't follow the steps, you might not really get this movement. If you don't follow the step, you won't get it. You can see how sleek and how good it looks. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll check it, go through it, and I'll answer them. Thank you guys. Bye.